Alright, this is going to be my first video in English, so my pronunciation is going to be probably like shit, but I'm still going to try it because if I don't practice speaking English, then I'm never going to get good at speaking English, so I just have to practice it. That's the fucking way to get good at anything. So in this video I'm going to speak about how we can appreciate art better, how we can learn something that I call deep seeing, how we can see things in the world and especially see art more deeply. It all comes to the fact that everything that we see has many layers to it, especially something that is human or that has human origins, like music and paintings and art, especially some things that have human origins, even inventions like the newest iPhone. It has subsurface level qualities to it, and how we can penetrate to that level I'm going to explain here. Because this is the key to appreciating anything, basically, at life. Or in life, how do you say it? Well, it all comes... You could say that to really see something, let's talk about art here. You can look at an art piece like a painting, and you can see the colors, and you can see the forms, shadows, light, reflections, all that. But what is beneath that? What did the artist feel? This is about seeing the artist. It's not about seeing the picture that the artist created. It's about seeing the artist. And this is what makes, I think, this is what makes the top level artists. They are good technically also, but what makes them really stand out is that you can see the person in the picture. You can see what he felt. You can grasp it. But not everyone can grasp these things, and I'm going to explain why. I think that there's this two ways of seeing, basically. You can take things for what they are and not see the subsurface level qualities in them. The world you are going to live in is going to be pretty fucking shallow, and you are going to be a pretty fucking shallow person, but you will manage, probably. But people with quick temperaments and all that, like artists, are going to fucking hate you because you're just not getting it. So how can we get to the level that we are going to get the message? Basically, it comes down to this. We have to learn how to see the world with the feminine way. Like if you look at some of the artists and look at their eyes, even if they're male, you can see that they have eyes of a female. This is quite extraordinary because why do they have the feminine quality in their eyes? They have it because they see deeply. Women are more geared to see human experience deeply, not like women are not geared to see something like mechanical systems deeply, but because their brain is more geared towards emotion than to systems like they are, and logic. They they don't see those things that deeply, they don't understand those things that deeply, but they understand emotion, and art is about emotion. So this is why we have to look at the world with more like a feminine way, like we have to accept these things all, like without, we have to accept all the layers in the piece. So how do we do it? Where we have to be, at the same time we have to be more masculine in our way of seeing, because if you think about penetrating something, it's a masculine energy. If you think about it, if you think about taking something in, if you want to take something in fully, that's a feminine energy. So if you want to really see, you have to have the extremes of the both ends. You have to see the thing, you have to take it in fully, and you have to penetrate it fully. And this is the key to seeing deeply anything. You have to see through the layers of the thing. You have to understand it logically, but also with an emotion. You have to craft emotions that are transmitted, and this is a skill that an artist has, but it doesn't really like transmitting emotions to forms, colors, sounds, anything. This is what art is all about. If otherwise the art is empty. Like it's like sex. It can be technically really fucking awesome, but if there's no love, it doesn't really matter. So this is how we see deeply. It's the same thing with listening. If you want to listen deeply, you have to take it in, but you also have to penetrate the message. It's not enough that you take the stuff in. This is like consumer behavior. You have to penetrate. That's the creative force. That's the masculine force. But without the feminine energy or of way of seeing, that you take something in fully and you appreciate it fully, you really try to see it. If you don't have these, both of these qualities, like if you are only introvert, if your way of seeing the world is only introverted, like like Jackson Pollock did, his art wasn't really that good technically, but it had really strong emotion behind it, and that's why it's so fucking expensive and popular, because it has so much behind it. So if you see with shallow eyes, when you look at the Jackson Pollock piece, you are going to see a pile of fucking paint applied pretty randomly on a canvas. Well, that's not really impressive, because that's not the point. It's expressive. It's not impressive. So this is the way that we should learn how to see, and especially if we are artists, I think this is the way. This is the way we have to really understand both of these dimensions, because I see lots and lots of really fucking great art that is empty, and I see lots and lots of really shitty art that has full of emotion, full of humanity, full of things that are pretty, like they are hard to get at. But if you get at it and you give the artist feedback that you, like I sometimes do, I give the artist feedback if I understand something from the piece. Well, that means much more than something like that's a great piece or something. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't explain anything, and this is what people that are not artists don't really get when they go to see art shows. Their reactions are something like, that's a great painting, or it has great colors, or something like that. It's so shallow. It's so shallow. It doesn't go to the core of the issue. Like, who was the artist? What did he feel? How does this reflect his emotional state? What does the brushwork tell about the artist? Was he anxious? Was he angry? Was he in love? What was the emotion behind it, behind the piece, and all this shit? This is what really, I think, this is what really makes, what differentiates the art that sticks, like Picasso, like Pollock, like de Kooning, like Mark Rothko, like Salvador Dali. Well, Salvador Dali was a master in technical. Salvador Dali was master in these both dimensions, and that's why he was so fucking amazing in what he did. He understood the world. He really had a keen sense of observation, but also he had a keen sense of observation the inner worlds. And this is fucking rare. This doesn't happen very often in artists, I think. They are either or. And I think that we should aim at the middle point where we understand the rules of the outer world and the insanity of the inner world, because the inner world has no shadows. In the inner the shadows of the inner world don't work the same way as they do in the outer world. They are much different, and if you don't understand these things and learn to combine them into one, it's not going to work. It's not going to work, and it's not going to stick. It's just not going to stick, but I think that's it for this time. Well, it wasn't so bad. I think, but yeah, that's how we see things more deeply. Thank you for watching.